How's it going, everybody? Actually, it's just me today. Taka will be here momentarily, but I'm being a really huge stickler for showing things in this game that are very nostalgic to me and just areas of the game that I really loved a lot. And unfortunately, while we were training yesterday, some people came by and they were the Ringmaster class, which helps people train faster by giving them these buffs and healing up and whatnot. And they were helping us out for a little while, so training went a little bit faster. And then Taka, at a certain level, he gets a special skill called an AoE skill, which is Area of Effect, meaning you can hit multiple monsters at the same time. And so they went ahead and helped him by grabbing a bunch of monsters at the same time and letting them take the hits while he did all the damage. And so he got to level up really quickly because of this. They call this P-leveling or tanking in one way. They're kind of both the same thing. Basically, one character of a really high level helps a lower character level really fast is what that is. And so because this happened, it didn't really quite work for me because I did not get one of those skills myself. But I wanted to do a quick little update because this all happened in an area that I find to be very nostalgic, which is here at the giggle boxes. The giggle boxes are definitely an area that you remember because it's a moment where you're getting really close to getting some new sets of armor that look different. I believe I'm wearing level 24 at the moment, and then the next setup is like 34 or so. And so somewhere around the 25 to 30 area, you're getting all sorts of new skills and whatnot. And so this is just a very memorable area along with a very memorable monster. The giggle boxes. They make some great noises, and I think maybe I'm thinking of the pumpkins back there. But I just wanted to show you me killing some of these because I like this area a lot. Another interesting thing about this area is this giant mountain over here. Way up in the sky, I guess you can't see it from way down here, but there's these signs floating around that that are warning you that for whatever reason people are not allowed to fly there. It's like a no-fly zone. There's something up with like the gravity of the area or something that throws off flying objects, so you actually can't fly up there. You have to run up there, and way up there is a gigantic tree, and like let's see, should be able to see it from here. I don't know. It is a very gigantic tree. One of my definitely a spot that I liked in the game, but you don't get to see it often because no one wants to run up there. And so there are monsters on the other side of the mountain, but you do have to go around. And that's where I was training just now, but I wanted to make sure that you got to see the giggle boxes. And, oh man, a really funny joke was made too that got missed out on. As we previously mentioned, there is a giant monster for every mob of monsters. And as Taka and I were running around killing these things, we ran into the giant one. And I was like, "You're having yourself a giant giggle there, mate." There's a great picture on the internet of someone with an accent like that. "You're having yourself a little giggle there, mate." So these actually drop some decent food items. Usually it's milk. I don't really get to talk too much about the items themselves because I've tried to stay away from that and so that you don't get too much of what's in this game. You don't need to know like, oh, this item does this much HP and this refreshes this much compared to this price and that much. I don't really need to be doing that, but I did see that my pack is full right now, so I'm gonna junk some of these, and the pet would just pick it right back up. So let's just literally junk them. Electric card D, don't need that, don't need that. It's so nice being able to attack these things. Ooh, electric card C. Maybe I'll hold on to that for a little bit longer. I'll mix these two together. Then I don't know what that is. Electric card 2%. 2%. So like even now I don't really feel like explaining to you what items here are worth much and why and things like that, but I think this is really all the update I really needed to do. So I'll show you where I was training. See if I can fly up high enough to see the giant tree. I think it's up there. Yeah, you can see a sign right there. It's the no flying sign, and there's a giant tree up there. If we get close enough, you might be able to see it. That's not it. It's like two of those combined in a way. Let's do this. Since I can't actually fly at it, I'll just turn the screen and look at it. There it is. So I guess it is one of these. I thought there was like 2 of them. But it's fun to go up there, definitely like in the nighttime area of the game, and just stand up there with your friends and whatnot and try and climb the tree since you aren't allowed to fly onto it. Nice little competition you can have. There was another thing that I was looking forward to showing everyone on here for the mercenary. There's this skill right here called special hit. Basically, if you put that in your slot down here, I'm not sure if I've explained this yet. This is the C slot, even though it has an S on it. Don't ask me why. If you use this slot, it'll go in order and use these attacks one by one. And so you used to have to chain these in a certain order, like you had to start with a certain attack, and then it used to be like a puzzle piece thing rather than a revolver. Now I think you can use them whenever you want. But basically, this special hit attack, if you used that one to deliver the final hit on the monster to kill it, it would launch it into the air and send it like 20 feet backwards. And so some of them are up on the hill over here. And so Taka and I, at one time, I think it was like on a beta or something, we were up on these hills. It's further over there, but we would knock them off the cliff and just go watch them go sailing down the cliff, and it was really fun. But due to just the extreme requirements it takes to get to that skill, I'm not sure if that's really going to be possible. And it wouldn't really be all that interesting to watch too. It's more fun to do than to watch. These are the rock mussels. These monsters are interesting. Not too many people fight them because even though they are the next level up, they whack you with those like wrecking ball hands, and it gives you concussions. So your guy stands there and gets hit several times without giving out any more damage. And so this is what I was training on just a little bit ago. These are hobos, which is really weird that a hobo is depicted as a one-armed giant sword wielding thing. What do the faces of these things look like? I guess it kind of... No, it's just all kinds of creepy. One of my favorite things about this mob, though, is that they run away on low health. They get scared of you and try and run. And so that's saved my my life several times here. Or my character life, you know. They run away. And for some reason, the middle tier of these monsters, just the regular hobos, they shoot ranged attacks at you. So just stick to the small ones or the captain ones. And so I think that should be it for now. We're at the end of St. Morning, actually. Like, I'm down here at the very southern end of the island when the city's up there. There's a neat cave that we'll be venturing into a little bit later over by those rock mussels. And I have currently made it to level 30, just got that a little bit ago. And Taka made his way to 32, I think? Yeah, 32. And... it was really hard for me to convince them not to do the P level, because they were going to take him all the way to 60, which it shows how nice people are in this game, that an entire guild was just kind of bored and went looking for some noobs and like, hey, we're going to help you get to level 60, but it would just kind of destroy the point of these videos. We want to go through this and kind of have the experience that we used to, so I guess that should be about all for today, and next time it will be both of us back at the same time, I believe. See you in the next one. Goodbye.